All right, welcome everyone. My name is Robin Elander. I'm the Executive Director for Downtown Santa Barbara, and I'm so excited to be here today for another Downtown Business Spotlight with co-host Gareth Kelly, who has put together the gift guide for the Santa Barbara Independent. Welcome, Gareth. I'm going to hand it over to you to introduce our guests.
Thank you so much, Robin, and thanks for everyone for being here today. 'Tis the season. We're thrilled to have this conversation all about the festive shopping period, and I'm thrilled to introduce our guest today. We have Kirsten, from the owner of Sunkist Pantry. I'm going to go with all your first names because you've all got last names that I don't want to butcher. So, Kirsten from the Sunkist Pantry, and we have Joe from Bella Rosa Galleries. Good to see you, Joe. And finally, we have Val from Xanadu Skate Boutique. So thank you all so much for joining us. And we're going to jump right into it. And I'm going to start with you, Kirsten. And I just want you to tell us a little bit about who you are personally and then who you are professionally and your business.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. So again, my name is Kirsten. I'm the owner of Sunkist Pantry, which is a zero waste refill shop in downtown Santa Barbara, located right next to the Lobero Theater. So a little bit about myself. I am born and raised in California, but I didn't grow up in Santa Barbara, but I came here originally. I grew up just an hour and a half south in Santa Clarita, but I came to Santa Barbara to pursue a culinary arts degree at the City College, and I graduated with that years ago. And so I was a professional baker for a really long time, and I loved it so much, but I kind of sort of became disenchanted when I kind of got into the waste side and the the food system and all the toxicity and all that kind of stuff. So I kind of started my own journey in my own life as far as being more zero waste and more eco-friendly and using non-toxic products. And then on the side, I grew up in a entrepreneurial household. My parents own their own business. My grandpa owned their own business. So I kind of always knew I wanted to own my own business. And so I kind of put two and two together, put my passions and wanting to open a business. And that's kind of how Sunkist Pantry was born. I've been here for about a year and a half. And I just love being here. I offer a variety of cleaning products, household products, bath and beauty. I have a whole bunch of teas, loose leaf teas, spices, grains. I've got nuts, dried fruits, all that good stuff, and everything's for bulk refills. So my aim really is to cut down on those single-use plastics. So I encourage people to bring in all of their own containers and refill. And then if you don't have one, I've got plenty of containers here. And then the other aspect that I really love about my store is that I promote and carry so many local artists, including myself. I do a couple artistic things here and there because I used to be a baker. I really love the creative side of a lot of things. So I love to make things. So I have my own line of stuff in here. And then I carry a lot of like local artists, candle makers, soap makers, all that kind of stuff around Santa Barbara and Ojai and everything. So I've just got so many great items in here. So the benefit is, one, that it's eco-friendly, two, everything's non-toxic, and three, a lot of local goods. So a lot of really fun things in here.
Awesome. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
And so we're gonna jump to you, Val, Xanadu Skate Boutique. So tell us a little bit more about yourself and Xanadu Skate Boutique. I love the name. I love the name. Val is having some internet
Thank you.
issues. So,
Thank you.
yeah,
So,
just
Xanadu, oh gosh, I'm sorry
it's
this
okay.
isn't
No, it's
coming. And of
okay.
course,
Go
as I
ahead.
said, my
Yeah.
I'm also getting my UPS delivery right now. Okay, no, it's fine. I'm here. I'm just on a call. So just back there is wonderful. So as you can see, I'm getting more items for the holidays here. We are the only roller skate shop around, actually from between San Jose and Long Beach. We've got all roller skate parts, accessories, everything you could possibly need. I got into this because I started roller skating. Well, I roller skated as a kid, I should mention, but began roller skating again during the pandemic, as a lot of people did. It really was an amazing community to join and be part of. I found that it's all ages, from kids down to people well into their 60s and 70s. So we're all having a great time. I love it. It's been such a refresh of my youth, and decided to open a store because there's been nothing like it anywhere around. Of course, there's skate shops. Everyone knows a skate shop to be a skateboard shop, but we do offer similar items, but we speak a little bit of a different language. And so we've got more items than just roller skates. We've got clothes. We just got a brand new line of shoes here, shoes and boots for ladies. And what's great too is that it's just kind of a community zone that's come to be here. There's a lot of people that have joined our roller skate community in the last year or so just because they've come into the shop or rolled in. And anyway, so we're growing every day, and we'd love to just make more skaters because we're super happy that way. So I really appreciate being part of this, and hope to see you in here.
Cool. Well, thanks, Val.
Hopefully you heard some of that.
We did. We got it. Yeah. Talk to your internet provider. Well, moving on. Finally, we've got Joe from Bella Rosa Galleries. So same to you, Joe. Tell us a little bit about yourself and about Bella Rosa Galleries.
Well, I am the youngest of 4 children, and I grew up in my family's business, which started in New York and Atlantic City, New Jersey, many years ago. I came to Santa Barbara about 30 years ago, established my business here in 2007, where we specialize in vintage, antique, and estate jewelry. We have a great footprint here in the Arts District near Figueroa and State, catty corner from the Art Museum. What originally drew me to the vintage and antique is that, unlike so much mass-produced merchandise that uses and wastes a lot of precious resources, most of our inventory is previously loved and eco-friendly. So it provides good options in terms of the sustainability, the value, and the unique nature of our merchandise. We also have participated for many First Thursdays, which we enjoy as well, representing local artists.
Great. Well, thanks for that. So as I was going through my notes from doing this a few years ago, there was a question about the pandemic and the challenges and what have you. And I think we're sufficiently past that now. So we don't need to linger on that. But as Val noted, and I'm sure it impacted all of us, and you know, people started doing new things perhaps as a result of the pandemic and what have you. So I'm going to come straight back to you, Joe. And I'm just curious, what have been some of the challenges this year that you've faced as a business? And, you know, are there any silver linings or good things that have happened this year as a business? So if you can elaborate on a little bit about that.
Well, we have enjoyed a renewed interest in downtown since the promenade has been established, because we found that the curiosity level of people of locals that wouldn't come downtown normally are drawn by the outdoor dining. And so that's good. So a lot of folks that come to enjoy our beautiful weather and our beautiful downtown here are discovering us. Folks from Goleta, folks from San Ynez, they've heard a lot of positive things about the closure of State Street. So that's exposed us to more people. And we found that, and we were forced during the pandemic to continue improving our online presence. We do quite a bit online and in social media as well. So we're finding more and more people coming back, and we're hoping that the latest iteration of State Street, they get it together and have a cohesive type of plan. So we're looking forward to more foot traffic from locals and folks visiting from out of town.
Yeah, that's a really good point. So it sounds like you're, positive about State Street remaining a promenade. And I know we all know it's been a huge issue locally, city government and what have you. So that's really interesting to know. So jumping back to you, Val, what are some of your thoughts of any challenges this year or any things that have been like silver linings and stuff?
Yeah, definitely. Well, I say a couple things happened. One, many of you might know, we were supposed to have a roller rink that was supposed to have opened at the old Macy's building here at Paseo Nuevo, and due to a number of permitting issues and whatnot, the project couldn't come to realization. So it was pretty tough to have this roller skate shop now with no actual driving force anymore, besides just the community itself. So not only having a store, but having to actually refresh and sustain and rebuild this community is also what my job is now. So that's been a little rough. We also had what many of us like to call endless winter. Somehow, right? Like, I don't know what happened. We had no spring last year or earlier this year. So far, at least this fall has been fabulous, which is great for outdoor roller skating. So there's been a lot of positives. Carpinteria, I know we're in Santa Barbara right now, but Carpinteria opened a skate park this summer, including all of Santa Barbara. We've got 4 skate parks, which actually is a enormous number of skate parks for such a small community. We have the Montecito YMCA is becoming a partner with roller skating. So there's just more and more attention about skating. It's so healthy. We love getting out there. And in fact, we love that the State Street is an open promenade. And we highly suggest for more smooth asphalt along the promenade. Other safe spaces to skate. We'd love to see something like a Venice roller skate plaza. Anyway, but there's a lot. We did block parties with downtown Santa Barbara, which was fantastic. So we're trying to do everything to get the word out that we're here, even though there's no rink. We're here and still growing. So
Cool. I just realized I was at a downtown block party not too long ago, and I saw what looked like a roller dance group type thing they were doing, and that was probably you guys.
Yep.
I'm guessing, or something like. Yeah, cool. All right, so finally back to you.
Yeah, exactly. So soon enough, we'll form like a real group.
Yeah, so back to you, Kirsten. So any challenges for this year, or any things that you think have really stood out as positives that have helped you?
Yeah, I would say challenges is I am still a very new business, and then also I'm a very niche, unique business. So it's just funny. I've been here for almost a year and a half, and I still get people in here that are like, "Oh my God, I had no idea you existed." I think that again, like I know we're not dwelling on the pandemic anymore, but like it is just funny to see the aftermath of like people still kind of rediscovering downtown and rediscovering the things that we have to offer. So many new businesses have opened and not that many people know about them. I think that people got very comfortable like living in their little bubble, and then they're now just coming down to downtown again. And I love seeing new faces. And I always tell people, I'm like, it doesn't matter what is happening. There's always something happening in downtown Santa Barbara. Like there's always an event, there's always something to go to. So it's like just to see people more involved in the community, I think is really awesome. So I think we're still seeing that uptick of involvement. I'm super grateful for everything that downtown Santa Barbara has done, and I try to be involved in as many things as possible. And I'm just, I'm looking to me as a retail shop owner, to me, the year is already over, which is crazy. And I'm just looking forward to the next year and what everything, what we can all do as a community. And I'm excited for the holiday season, that it's here and that it's happening. And I love seeing people out shopping. And what I find super special is I have found an uptick in people who are more dedicated to shopping small businesses downtown. And I think that's so important in today's climate. And to see our downtown Santa Barbara businesses thrive, I think is really important. And so I'm happy to be a part of the community. And I hope that we can just do really awesome work this next year, and, reach more people and get more people out of that little bubble, and see more involvement and more events and everything. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's great. And that's a perfect segue to, I think, what I was going to get into next, which was, is there anything that you guys do, particularly in business, that is kind of a shift specifically about this upcoming festive period of shopping? Do you look to increase more stock? Do you do more advertising? Do you do more promotions? Like, tell us a little bit about how the Christmas retail kind of may change your business. Maybe it doesn't. And I'm going to start with you,
Val. Yeah, well, we're a fantastic Christmas gift here. No matter what guides we're in or not, but we are such a great Christmas gift. We had so many people so happy last year, opening these amazing boxes with basically the beginning of a new journey inside. And so exciting. There's always something that you may need for your skates to update them. There's always maybe some, like, especially right now, like we love having our light up wheels on, and just with the evening coming so quickly every day. So we love having light up wheels. So that's kind of a fun gift. There's always something like new laces or just something else to dress up your skates. We're going to be having a skate decoration party soon, and decorating your skate, it might sound so weird to people, but it's basically just completely making your skates an outpouring of you, which so much of skating is so much of personality. And so during the holidays, we try to get more kids skates available, more especially kids safety gear, kids socks, just all kinds of stuff. And then of course for us big kids as well. So there's a lot of gifts that are all different price ranges here. And so we think anybody can find anything for even non-skaters.
Cool. Yeah, that sounds great. So back to you, Kirsten. Any specific kind of view about the holidays? I know you do bulk and home goods and like coconut toilet brushes I had a look at and stuff. So is there anything more festive that you look to stock during this period of time?
Yeah, I do. I stock, I have like some really cute Christmas tree ornaments. I've got a whole bunch of like giftable stocking stuffer things. So bars, all that kind of stuff. I have, a ton of stuff, and I actually just totally expanded a bunch of new products in here. I have a whole bunch more food. So I'm like promoting that if you're making a charcuterie board, and you don't want to buy a big bag of nuts for your cute little charcuterie board, you can come and buy just like a little amount that you need. But yeah, and then as far as Christmas promotions, one of the things that I really love to do during the holiday season and just beyond, is I like to do workshops in here, because I've got a great space for a lot of workshops. So I actually have one, not this weekend, but the next weekend on the 16th. And we're going to be doing, like Christmas mocktails, and we're going to do a whole pickling party. So kind of a create your own pickle jar type of thing. And you can either take it home and eat it yourself, or you can use that as like a nice item to gift somebody. So the ticket includes 2 pickle jars and then making of the mocktails. And we'll be doing like a raffle and things like that. So I like to just do like lots of fun events that kind of just bring people together during the holiday season. My motto is I really love to bring community together. So especially during the holiday season, I think it's just fun to get out and do fun things that are kind of Christmassy and holiday time-ish. So I'm super excited for that. And tickets are available on my website. But yeah, so I just love being in the holiday season. And if you ever walk by my shop, you have to check out my little window. I have a full little miniature Christmas town. It's my holiday tradition to set it up in my window, and I love it so much. So I light it up every night, and it's just the cutest thing ever. So yeah.
That's cool. That sounds great. Thanks for that. And finally to you, Joe. Yeah, anything you look at to do differently around this time of year?
Well, we have a couple of facets to our business. We are also representing Ronald J. Gillio, who is a coin dealer here since the 70s. So people like to give away a little 1-ounce silver coin or something like that as a stocking stuffer. Another service we offer is we buy jewelry, even older broken jewelry. And when gold is now above $2,000 an ounce, people are bringing in things to sell, and they're using that money to help them start a business or buy gifts or just divest themselves of things laying around. So that's a different aspect. And of course, we have hundreds of different gift items. We are running our biggest sale of the year right now. Everything from Native American silver like this to big diamonds and everything in between. And we like to have price points for everybody, things from $50 to $50,000. And who doesn't like opening up a nice gift of something sparkly and shiny that you'll have forever, not just on Christmas Day?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm going to tell my wife, go get me a $50,000 something.
I don't know if we have anything that blingy for guys, but
Well, today
you can find
I
something.
yeah, I can find something. And so Christmas, of course, we're into the new year and 2024, and so I'm just curious in a broader view, a broader sense. You all seem really positive about what's going on in your businesses and a lot of the positive changes that have happened in downtown with the promenade and the work that Downtown Association does and all that sort of stuff. And so, just looking forward for the next year or even longer, what are some of your thoughts on the business climate in particular downtown and for your businesses? And I'll come back to Joe with that one.
Well, first of all, I'd like to thank the entire staff of the downtown organization, because they really create a wonderful synergy to educate the public about what's going on here and to have a cohesive unit of merchants and so forth. I only regret I don't get to go to enough of the gatherings and get-togethers, but
Sure.
we're not sure of exactly what direction the city wants to go, whether it's going to be closed to traffic, open to traffic, and that seems to be up in the air. So that's a bit of uncertainty. And one thing I was hoping the city could implement would be to have multi-use like they do in places like Hillsboro, Oregon, where commercial and residential in the back are upstairs, because that would bring more vibrancy to State Street. A lot of people see vacancies and they equate it with a blight or a downturn, and that's not the issue. A lot of the properties here are very big, so if the city would help with the permitting process and get more of the vacancies filled, I think moving forward, along with the downtown organization, maintaining a vibrant presence here and getting more people down on State Street. It's a great place to come. I hear a lot of negative things about State Street on some of the news outlets and the social media, but really it is a bright, beautiful, clean, place to bring family and friends from out of town and for locals to shop.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I agree with that. And where else can you do your holiday shopping where it's 75 degrees and sunshine? So, yeah, so coming back to you, Val, just thoughts of, next year and beyond?
For sure, yeah. We just want to see our community keep growing, and the way to do that is really to have kind of echoing Joe here, but a lot more help from downtown, the city officials, especially, but just with help of permitting and making it so what we do, which is literally just something healthy and fun, and for a lot of people, actual mode of transportation, we want to be allowed to do it and go into restaurants and have restaurants understand that if we were confident enough to skate into their restaurant, we're pretty much confident enough that we're going to be able to make it through our meal and get up and leave the restaurant too without falling. But we just want to, we want to be able to let everyone know that we're out here. We're not stopping, but we want to have it more accessible to people, and just having more space to do so, and not the fear of having it go away is a huge deal. And so we'd love to be included in just more and more events to show people how much fun we're having, how healthy it is, and we just look forward to just, again, spreading more joy and fun and color throughout the community.
Yeah, that sounds great. We should have a skate through restaurants and stuff, it'd be cool. And so finally to you, Kirsten,
Absolutely.
just looking ahead to the future.
Yeah, I am a very much an optimist. I always try and find the positives in everything. I guess I have like mixed feelings. I'm very optimistic for the future and very like excited to see what we're doing and everything. But I do kind of feel like a little bit I feel a little bit of like gloom around the climate of Santa Barbara. I think that there's so many mixed feelings about like the State Street. I'm all for it because I think it brings more people out and into shops and everything. But I think that like with the ever expanding cost of living in Santa Barbara, it has kind of put a damper on a lot of things. And so, I'm just hopeful for this next year that maybe we can find ways to remedy or work around it. I hope that it doesn't bring too much negativity into people's minds and they still get out here and support us small businesses. I think it's more important now than ever. But yeah, there is always that little bit of like scaredness, I guess. I don't know what the right word is, of that kind of getting in people's way. I've just seen a lot of it around. And so I hope it doesn't get people too down because, like I said, I'm an optimist and I always hope for the best. I know I'm shopping locally for all of my Christmas presents this year. And I continue to support all local businesses just because I love to see our community thrive and I love to see all the fun things that we can do together.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I'm going to come back to Robin in a second, but I just want to note that, the Santa Barbara Independent, who I write for, and I wrote the gift guide, which comes out tomorrow in the printed version and also online. I always try and really, really focus where possible on local businesses. And in fact, a lady reached out to me over a year ago to say, why wasn't the east side of town included in the gift guide? So I now put a whole east side of town section in there because it's important, and I think the Independent does a great job of trying to report local news. And of course, the other newspaper that went under now, the Santa Barbara Independent's really the big dog, and so I think they do a really good job, and everyone that works there works really hard to report the news accurately and support local business, which I think is something we can all do. So that's kind of my question. So I'm curious, Robin, do you have any questions for these guys?
I'm excited about the different things that you have going on for the holidays and what's coming up. And I think you covered the different questions I had. But if you don't mind, Gareth, I'll just share a few things that the downtown organization is producing or hosting over the holidays. Does that work for you?
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead.
Okay, great. So we have also put together a holiday shopping guide that the community can take a look at. It's at our website at downtownsb.org. And so every category of business, whether it's a boutique or shop, a gallery, theaters, restaurants, breweries, wineries, you can shop by those categories and find the right gift for your family, friend, loved one. So it's a really great way to just kind of hone in on what you're looking for and find whether that's a gift certificate or etc. So that's one thing to look at. Additionally, we are putting on all kinds of different holiday events and also curating a series of events that are going on downtown. So not only we're producing some, but there are probably about 30 different offerings that whether it's a local theater, business, our organization is putting on. So you can check out all of those holiday happenings on our website. Also on our website at downtownsb.org in the holiday happenings section. And two major things that we have coming up. Well, a couple. So each Wednesday of this month, we have local musicians performing on the 900 block of State Street. And then on the 15th of this month, we have a bit of a holiday, kind of an extravaganza, a major activation downtown where we have four, possibly 5 blocks of State Street that will be activated with holiday happenings from 5 to 8. That's Friday the 15th. We have one performance that's 100-person band that's going to be located. It's called the Primetime Band at the Santa Barbara Museum of Art on the steps. So that's a super exciting one I want to invite people to. And then also on the 16th of the month, we have another big brass tuba Christmas event that's happening in Stork Placida. That's an annual tradition, really exciting group of musicians from City College that will be coming out, about 50 different brass band players. And it's really spectacular. It just feels like the season has arrived when you hear all of this. So I invite everybody to check out all of those happenings and support your local businesses. Make sure you're checking out the Independent Guide and stroll around because there's really good energy downtown. There's a lot of new businesses that have opened. Also, pay attention to what's going on with the State Street Advisory Group and the master planning process. That's going to culminate in the new year. So keep a lookout as to what's happening with that. And we have a number of downtown mixers and different ways that you can get involved, committees, and keep a lookout also for in January, we're going to be having a major winter downtown sale. So looking forward to connecting with our community and really showcasing all of what downtown has to offer. Gareth, do you have anything else that you want to share before we hop off today?
Yeah, I just, I want to thank everyone for showing up today, and I'll be sure to come and check out all your businesses, and hopefully check out the gift guide comes out tomorrow, and enjoy the season. I want to thank the Downtown Association for putting these business spotlights on. I think they're great, and of course the Santa Barbara Independent for all the work they do. And I can't go without giving a quick mention to my hat. My hat is being worn for a reason. It's for the press room, which is a very important cultural institution in the downtown for many of us. And it is perpetually under threat these days of being demolished. And so some of us are trying to perpetually save it. And, what better place to go and put your feet up and grab a cold drink while you're busy doing your festive shopping than to stop in the press room for a quick drink and support another long-time local business. So big thanks to the press room for all they do in the community. But thanks again for everyone for coming. It's been a great spotlight, and I'm glad that we got to talk about all this. And I'm sure there's more spotlights coming up. And I'll give the final word back to Robin.
All right. Well, thank you so much. We really appreciate you all coming today. And thanks again to the Independent, Gareth, and everybody here in the show today. We'll see you next time. And thank you.
Bye.
Bye.